So, a familiar face here at BTME. I'm with Richard Brown on the Germinal stand. Richard, been doing this a while now, haven't you?
I have, yes. Yeah. Thank you very much, Martin. But yeah, long enough. I ought to know a thing or two, one would say, yeah.
So, you want to pick up on a topic that I think we discussed back in March at this show. Wasn't that busy a show, but this year a bit busier. So, what is it you want to talk about? Proactive seeding,
Proactive seeding, which is an innovation we've begun, and I'm glad to say it's gathered a pace over this year. And if you go to our website, you'll find no end of sort of testimonials and information regarding proactive seeding. But in a nutshell, what we're doing with proactive seeding is putting a name to the process of outcompeting Poa Annua on your golf green, primarily by using top-rated creeping and brown top bents. And by outcompeting Poa Annua, you are creating a more disease-tolerant and stress-tolerant surface. And that's always been an aspiration, but we're saying that's now an absolute necessity, because with a loss of curative fungicides and with the climate the way it is, there's no quick fix for that now. You've got to have true puttable, good playing surfaces. You've got to be managing disease-resistant, favourable grasses. You can't be kidding yourself and managing Poa, and you've got to outcompete that. And what we're saying with proactive seeding is, to outcompete that, you've got to be overseeding more. And if you're going to overseed more, you've got to be overseeding at different times of the year outside of that, just that traditional autumn window. And what we're trying to do is educate and inform people as to how to do that. There's four main seasons to overseed: the winter, the spring, the summer, and the traditional time. And we've got information about all four of those on our website. Now, the most controversial there would be cold seeding, so sowing seed in very cold weather, so in January, February, and waiting for that seed to germinate, so those plants are there ahead of the playing season to become strong plants, and that's quite controversial. Now, we've done some trials at our research station, Horizon Wiltshire, and I'm writing that up at the moment, and we're going to release that over the next 2 weeks. But what that shows is that in actual fact you can get plants established, and if those plants are established, then once the temperatures get up in May, the ground cover of those plants can be phenomenal, and that's really helping you to outcompete Poa Annua. So, there's many different ways to achieve this, and what we're trying to do is help and support people in that, not just be the person that sells seed. We want to sell the knowledge and the information to do that.
So you're becoming more consultative, would that be fair?
Yeah, more consultative, but we've always done that. What we don't want to do, we've got the best varieties, so we've got Tor Pro GDE, which is top of the list, you've got 007 and then Musket Brown Top Bent, but rather than just say, well, here's the best varieties, so that's the job done, we want to work with people to achieve those best results so they get the maximum out of that. And we feel an obligation to inform as well as just chuck the seed out the door, which, arguably, it's the way some of our competitors operate.
So if I was to sum it up, is it about getting the best results from the best products?
Absolutely. I mean, arguably, this interview could have been 3 minutes shorter.
Richard, always good to see you.
Thank you. No worries.